K16, the Bleeding Heart restaurant, the finest French restaurant. So how does the Bleeding Heart restaurant come about? In 1983, two former journalists, Robert Wilson and Robin Wilson, started a tiny basement wine bar in a deserted cellar in London. However, some members of the London wine trade warned that the bar can never succeed because it was hidden underground. Now let's look at the history of how Bleeding Heart got its name. It was named after a tragic accident of Lady Elizabeth Hatton, where she was murdered by a man with a clawed right hand. Her limbs were torn, but her heart was still pumping blood onto the cobblestone yard, which is thus known as the Bleeding Heart Yard. A tavern was then built to guard the entrance of the yard. Now onto the early days. The Bleeding Heart Bar was located in close proximity to the headquarters of many national dailies, The Times, The Mirror, and The Guardian. This attracted many leading journalists, and just a short distance away, there was the Barristers' Chambers of Gray's Inn, which brought in many learned groups. Due to the increase in upscale clientele, the demand for more sophisticated dining increased too. Hence, the bar was expanded in the basement to include white tablecloth restaurants, followed by the expansion above and around the cobblestone yard, to encompass a fine dining restaurant. From a 40-seat bar, it became a 160-seat fine dining restaurant with 30-seat terrace, a 60-seat bistro with a 40-seat terrace, a 70-seat tavern and bar, and 2 private dining rooms. Question 1. Explain the elements of the promotional mix that Bleeding Heart uses. Firstly, advertising and direct marketing. Upon the opening of the restaurant, leaflets were only distributed for a week. Advertisements for special events were done through mails. One example would be summer opening of their outdoor terrace, where regular customers are given a complimentary rose wine. Secondly, personal selling. There was a strong customer base of 5,000, and of which 500 had a special interest in wine. They then promote their wine at wine-related events. Thirdly, sales promotion. Due to Fridays being the quietest nights, they launched Magnum Night, which offers half-price deals on Friday evenings. Besides that, meals are catered for festive seasons, like special catered menu for Christmas 2013. Question 2. Why do you think the Bleeding Heart was so successful with such a small budget for promotion? Firstly, it was dubbed as Bleeding Heart to find, but worth it. Secondly, it has a regular customer base, which leads to word of mouth, which is a very powerful marketing tool. This form of advertising requires no cost at all. Thirdly, there were positive media reviews from reputable companies such as Wall Street Journal and Business News. A journalist from BBC even offered to pay in advance by credit card during the Magnum Night.